Everyone talks about the wins, but no one talks about what it really takes to get there. They show the glitz and glamour lifestyle and they show the end result. But in today's video, I'm going to be talking about exactly how I got from 0 to consistent. I passed phase 1. This is the first year, 2025, even in arguably the hardest market conditions, that I've achieved consistency. A major thing this year, which has helped me get consistent, is sticking with one strategy through thick and thin. Understanding that it has an edge, understanding I've got data that back tested it. In a community, like I mentioned, of people that are successful with this style have been funded. And when I'm struggling and I'm inconsistent, I'm having drawdown months, working and refining it and understanding why I'm losing, why they're winning and why I'm losing. And for so long, I'd go through periods where I would just strategy swap. Massive red flag that I used to do. I'd have a couple of losses, end up looking at something else. I'd see something on Instagram, I'd look to change to that because they're doing better than me. And they're probably not. They're probably just posting it because they're trying to make themselves look good rather than show the realities of drawdown. Drawdown's natural. Drawdown's always going to happen no matter what style you trade. And I wouldn't allow the positive side of the edge to play out, because the moment I got into drawdown, I was 3-4 losses in, I would just look to change and not look for that style to get me out of that. So swapping strategies is the biggest thing that's going to not allow you to be consistent, because you might start trading a style and have consistency or have a positive month, and then as soon as the negative trades come in, if you then look to change to another style, you're going to then hit either the drawdown phase of that new style or the positive side of the edge for that new style, but you're not going to go through the whole cycle. Trading is, you have winning periods, then you have a drawdown phase, and you have winning periods, and if the winning periods are bigger than your losing periods, you're going to have a positive equity curve, and you're going to be consistently profitable if you stick with that. And the problem was I wasn't sticking with the style. I wasn't sticking with one style. I kept looking for the next best thing, and I know a lot of people do this. So drawdown happens. So long as I manage myself and stick with the style and execute the plan as I know I should, then the result should take care of itself. You can't control the outcome on a singular position. You can only control the process of you executing your plan. It's going to have drawdown. Don't change strategy. Don't look for the next best thing. If you know it works and you've got the data and you've done the work, you have to do the work, then stick with it. Stop changing. Being a consistent person outside of trading is also massively important for you to get consistent inside of trading. I don't hear many people talk about this. They talk solely about strategy and information, about the style, about the technicals of trading. And as important as that is, you need to understand that. You still can't be consistent with that information. And that's because they're not a consistently disciplined person outside of trading. So as the start of this year, I stopped drinking alcohol. I stopped going out. I'd see friends and I'd socialize because that's important, but I wouldn't do the negative habits which were holding me back. I would get up when I said I got up. I would become a disciplined person outside of trading, because if I'm not a disciplined person outside of trading, if I get up at a different time that I say I'm going to, if I say I'm going to go to the gym and I don't go, you might not think that matters, but those little habits, your brain and you start realizing you don't trust yourself. So when I started doing the things I said I was going to do, and that was becoming the edge outside of trading, you have an edge with your strategy, but I was becoming at the edge, the best I could be. I could have trust in myself to execute my plan, to go through the drawdown periods, to confident in what I said I was going to do. And becoming a consistent person and disciplined outside of trading, this year I've been the most locked in I've ever been, and I've known the same information for years. So there's no coincidence that I've known all this information for many years, the exact style, the rules of the style, the technicals of trading. But this year I decided to eliminate some of the negative habits that I have and become super locked in, super focused, super disciplined, didn't care about how I felt, just got on with it and did what I said I was going to do. And it's got me the result of passing phase 1 and being consistently profitable this year. So not many people are going to talk about this because they probably don't think it has an impact. And maybe for some people it doesn't. But what I've noticed, and I can only talk from personal experience, is being a disciplined person outside of trading is only going to improve you as a trader. If you can rely on yourself, you can build trust with yourself, you do the things that you know you should do despite how you feel, you're going to take those traits into trading. So if you want to try and get consistency, join some kind of community, because in October, before I bought this funded account that I documented it on here, I got into the old community that I used to trade with, and it helped so much because I knew the strategy, I knew how to trade, but the problem was I wouldn't know when to avoid setups. I wouldn't know, I wouldn't be able to talk about, is it my emotions taking over? Is it the lack of patience? Is it this, that, and the other? So join a community. I think it's so important. And that really helped because, again, guys, this is a professional skill. We're trying to become professional risk managers. If you're going to be in the city of London and get a job in as a trader, you've got to go through massive competition, people fighting for that job. You've got to go to the best universities with the best degree, best exam results. So what's to say you're going to sit in your bedroom, sit in your office, sit at home and start printing loads of money without professional education? Now, it's hard to find professional education, but you can see the red flags in people that are flashing a lifestyle or whatever. So join a community, get around people that are where you want to be, and just follow them, bridge the gap between where they are and where you are. And this year, I've done that. I joined the community. I was inconsistent. I documented it on here. You can go back to 2024, 2023, where I was trading the similar style, but I wasn't consistent. I was losing. And then I joined back in October, just like I said, at the start of this challenge, and I ended up slowly getting consistent and improving. And this year we've had consistently profitable results, and we're doing okay. It's a massive improvement, and I'm glad to be documenting it with everyone. So join a community, get professional education. I just looked on YouTube for so long. I looked on and I wanted to save money. I was worried about paying money out in case I got scammed or in case it didn't work. But in any endeavor, whether it's, you're doing university, you have to pay. Anything you do, you go to the gym, you pay a monthly membership. What happens if you don't get results? You don't get into good shape. Some of it comes down to you. So take personal accountability and join a community. Again, you have to do your own due diligence, but that's what I'd recommend. So now that I've been consistent this year, it was something that I worked towards for a while. And I remember when I first started, the major aim for a lot of traders is just, I want to get consistently profitable. And now I'm here. It's sort of weird because I've still got to pass phase 2. I've still got to scale up my capital because that's the only way you can live. You can be consistently profitable making 2-3% per month, but if you don't have the capital to trade, then you're not going to make any money. So it's building my personal account, which is what I'm trading, as well as this funded challenge, and passing this. But the weird thing is, and this, I didn't think about this, is when you're consistent, you're only as consistent as the last few months or the months this year. Let's say I don't focus, I lose focus, I slip back. I'm not fully focused on what I'm doing. You can end up having negative months and slipping back into inconsistency. So it's not one of these things that you get consistent and then that's it forever. You stay consistent. It's like, no, you've been consistent. You've shown traits that you can be consistent. This year, I'll show you my results that, I've been consistently profitable. However, it's massively important to keep up. It's only the beginning, and keep focused on what I'm doing, because if you're not careful, you can blow it. You see football teams or boxers or athletes, whoever it may be, at the top of their game, but then they slack off, they lose focus, and they end up losing the progress they made. So if you're struggling for consistency, again, I'll go over, join a community. It's massively important. Be around like-minded people. Stick with one strategy that you know works. Stop strategy swapping. Get your data on one style. Master that one style. Stop when you're in drawdown looking for the next best thing. Focus on one thing and ride the wave with that one style, whatever that may be, whatever suits your personality. And yeah, just become fully focused outside of trading as well. Be locked in. You want to hit your goals outside of trading. Be solely focused and disciplined. And you'll eventually become disciplined person outside of trading, and all these things will align and you'll become disciplined as a trader. So hope you guys got value from this video. If you did, make sure you like, comment and subscribe. We're on the road to 6k subs. We're getting close, very close. So if you want to help me out, that's all I ask. And yeah, I appreciate you guys.